All right, so today we're going to look at something very different and very interesting. Something I think is particularly beautiful. So it is this Merlin Cielo. It's a titanium lugged carbon tube bike. As you can see, it's quite different from a lot of things you'll see. I think it is a beautiful thing. It's got this really cool engraving on all the lugs. And we think it probably dates from maybe the late 80s through to the early 2000s. Doesn't have a stamp on the frame, but that's one thing that we found out about these is that as the models developed, the engraving and the stamps on there became more intricate. So this is slightly later than the original ones, but still a very good looking piece. This is hand built in America. Many are now made in molds out in the Far East, but this has been hand built, and you can see the painstaking work that has gone into putting this together. The work we're going to do on this is to repair a fracture on the down tube, seat tube even, sorry. So here we have a front mech which is hung from a strap which goes around the bottom of the seat tube. Has been over tightened, as you can see, and created a fracture just through here. So we're going to be repairing it. The good news is that we can repair it so it can be ridden again. And not only that, we will also be doing a full restore on the whole bike. So we'll get it looking like new. And I personally can't wait to see it because it's going to be a thing of beauty once it's completed.
We've got an old Merlin carbon and titanium bike where the seat tube has cracked around the front mech hanger. Usually we do quite a lot of external invasive repair, but in this case this bike has got a nice naked carbon finish. So we want to do the repair from the inside so we don't have to actually affect the wall on the outside of the tube. So we'll see how that goes.
See, we managed to repair this natural carbon finish without damaging any of the pattern, because we did the repair from the inside, which is already stronger. This is going to look, it's looking pretty rough now, but this is the weathered lacquer that's on the surface. But once this is all cleaned off, you'll see how seamless this looks.
Okay, let me remind you what we have been doing in this bike. Basically, the bike came in because the original lacquer was peeling off and it was full of white bubbles. So we just decided to strip the bike completely, remove all the original color, all the original lacquer, and start from the beginning. So now we are in this stage, which is preparing the bike for the decals. What we have done is we just stripped the bike completely. The original lacquer and the original primer has been gone, and then we just mask all the titanium lugs and the joints, and after that we put clear primer. I had leveled this for clear primer now, and the next step is gonna be apply the stencil, spray the stencils, and just put some clear coat on the top.
So the Merlin has come back from the restore department. This, if you recall, had lots of terrible yellowing on its lacquer, and then there was carbon damage to the base here of the seat post. The issue with there was it had a clamp to hold its front mech on there, and the clamp had been tightened over a period of time. It had compressed and pinched the carbon in this area, so that had to be restored. And as you can see, they've done a beautiful job to make it as sympathetic as possible to blend in with the weave here. Now, if you pan into the rest of the bike, you can see the yellowed lacquer has been removed, stripped back, and they've done a beautiful job of re-lacquering that lovely carbon weave. And then a brilliant finish with the graphics restored to how they would have been originally over 20 years ago when this bike was made. All in all, I'm really excited about this finish. It's fantastic. I think the owner's going to be really happy. He knew it was a long-term project and has allowed us the time to let our team get to it and restore it perfectly.